In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Google site. So to do that, let's first quickly get logged into our Google Apps account. The easiest way to do this is to log in off the RV homepage because it already has the @jeffcoschools.us extension added for you. If you try to go in through a public Google doorway, you'll just have to type that for yourself. So you're just going to type in your ID number. You don't need the @jeffcoschools.us, it's right there already, and then you will type in your birthday. Make sure to use the longer version of your birthday with the full digits for the year. Once at the landing page, click on Sites under your services. And here's a current listing of all the sites that I have, or those that have been shared with me, but I want to make a new site, so I'm going to click the red Create button. Give your site a name. For most of your projects with your classes, you're going to need to put your last name in the title of your site. If your site is not available, if that title is not available, it will let me know in a minute. Before I do that, I'm going to click the Select a Theme button, and I'm going to pick a theme. So I'm going to pick a theme. I can always change this later, and if I forgot to do this, I can always do this later, but for right now, I think I'll pick this slate theme. When I'm happy with it, I'm going to click the red Create button. Up at the top, I got a message that this location is already in use, and so I'm just going to change my name slightly and try again. Alright, here's my basic site interface. This is my home page, and up at the top I have a pencil where I can edit this page. I have the plus page icon that lets me add new pages. I have the share button, and I have a whole lot more features that aren't listed there. First thing I want to adjust is the sharing settings because our default settings are not great. So all sites default to letting anybody at Jeffco find your site, which is not a problem, but editing is. You don't want other people editing your website. So click this change link, and I'm going to uncheck the editing button. If you think there's any reason you might want to share your site with someone outside the Jeffco domain, maybe you want your parents to see it or you want to share it as part of a scholarship or college application, just go ahead and make it public on the web. It's very hard for people just to find these randomly, but it's nice to have it public so you can send someone the link if you choose to. I'm going to click Save. To get back to editing my site, I just need to click here on the name of my site. To edit a page, I'm going to go ahead and edit my home page. I'm going to click the pencil icon to edit this page. This page now turns into very much what looks like, a basic word processing editor. So I can simply click and type in a little bit of a message. I can use the insert menu to put in pictures or links. What's also nice is if you're working in Chrome, you can drag and drop pictures in. I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture into my web page just to spice up my home page. I can simply do insert image and I'll be able to browse for that picture on my computer or just type in its URL address on the internet. I am going to just do the drag and drop method, so in another window I have the picture open. Here's one from the Open Clip Art Library, so I know it does not have copyright protection and I can use it on my web page. And it's difficult to demonstrate in this video, but I left click with my mouse, and as I'm doing so the image kind of starts to drag up where I can see it. I'm going to drag it over to my tab that has my website, and again I'm just going to pull down where I want this image to be, and finally when it's in the area where I want it to be, I release and it shows up. This will be visible to you when you are in editing mode, and then I just can pick a size, small, medium, or large, and that looks great. Some other things I can edit while I'm on this page are the site's layout, this layout menu here. I could change to 2 columns, and then if I wanted to, I can move this image right over there. Everything else is very much like Microsoft Word or any other program that you've used. You can increase the font size and you can change the color and bold and italicize and change font. When you are done editing, just click Save to save your changes, and you go back to what's called a preview mode. This is what your site will look like to other people. The next thing you typically will need to do for your class websites are to add different pages. So to add additional pages, you click the New Page button. Now Google will automatically organize your pages for you alphabetically or numerically, and so you want to use a numbering system when you enter new pages based on the order you want them to appear. Now there is a workaround for changing your navigation, but it's easier just to have it set to do it automatically, and to make things come in the right order below your home page, just use numbering systems. So if you had to make a grammar website and your first page was supposed to be on commas, just do a 1 commas. We want to just go with the default of web page, and to keep the default set at the top level, so leave all those settings as is and click the red Create button. you will see that my commas page just appeared over here on my navigation. And at this point I can go ahead and type in whatever content I need to on this page. And when I'm finished, I can click Save. If I want to add another page, again, I just hit the plus page button. Leave all my other settings as is and click Create. So those are the very basic site tasks that you might choose to use. If you want to do a few things beyond what is listed, besides editing the current page or adding a new page, you'll find all those features under More. For instance, right now I see a comments box at the bottom of my page, and I don't really like it, so I'm going to go More and choose Page Settings. You'll see right here on the page that I have allowing attachments and allowing comments currently selected. If I deselect those, it does clean up the bottom of this page quite a bit. I can also go in and change my site's appearance and fonts. If I again go to the More button and manage my site, there's quite a few features here. For instance, I could change the name of my site. If I had misspelled something, I could correct it at that time. And this is also where I can delete my site. Over here on the left are a lot of other features that you can explore. One that I like to look at is themes. Perhaps I didn't like the theme that I chose at the beginning, and so I want to pick a different theme. This is where you could do that. Or you can stay with your current theme and go into colors and fonts. When you're in this colors and fonts window, you get a basic preview of your site down here, and so you could change the background color. Right now it says use the theme default, but I can go into custom, and I could have a red background behind that. You can also change a lot of the fonts. You can add a background image. You can change just about anything you want. But if I didn't like this title font, I could go in and use a custom font, and then using the drop down menu, I can change that to be whatever I like. So you can go through and you can change any of the features that you see listed in your site. If you're happy with the changes, you simply click the Save button, or you can clear all customizations and go back to the theme. Under Site Layout, this is where you'll find your header, where you could add a logo if you wanted to, and this is where you could manually edit your navigation to put your pages in different order without numbering. There's a button here to configure search, and that is this little search bar that's on your site. If you don't want that little search bar because it's taking up room in your header, you can just deselect it. When you're done managing your site, simply click the Save button, and then click the name of your site to return to your site. Now you can see that that search window is gone, and so my name is able to cover much more of the area up here without wrapping. So those are the site basics. Of course, there's a lot more to Google Sites that you can do. If you need help adding some more bells and whistles to your site, just please come see me in the library.